Hi, it's Tim Hagan from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback. One of the greatest lessons I learned, which was over 40 years ago at IBM, is the value of being in control of feedback. Now let's take a step back and let's hear the word feedback. You hear it. Where does your mind go? Does it go to strength-based? Or does it go to constructive? I've got to hear this. Now, in 30-some years, I ask this question all the time. All the time. When a boss calls you into the office, what's the employee's first response? I've never, ever had someone respond to that positively. It's always, what did I do? I must be in trouble. Oh, geez, the boss is upset. And what we have to do, and what I learned at IBM 40 years ago, and I had a great boss, great coach, who said to me, if you don't like feedback, go get it before they have to give it to you. I'll never forget that. And she said, Tim, if you want feedback, go get it. Because if you get it early, you'll learn from it. If you get it early, it won't build up in their minds. If you get it early, guess what happens? You don't ever feel like you're getting constructive feedback. I'll never forget that. Now, when I say you're in control of feedback, we tend to wait. We tend to wait for someone to give it to us. And then we have this thing called an emotional interpretation. I don't like what I hear, so I'm going to push back. I'm going to come up with a narrative, or I'm going to come up with a story why it's not true, or I'm going to ask for an example so I can rebuttal it away. We are in control of feedback. And I often share this with people, and most people don't like to hear this. You know, leaders don't want to give you feedback if you're resistant. And how often, as kids or our kids, they'll say, oh, mom and dad are just bugging me because we give them feedback, right? They don't want to hear it. They discount it. They push back because they're emotionally interpreting. They're emotionally reacting. And when we're emotional, we typically lose logic and we don't use rational thought process. So as an employee, I think it is one of the greatest differentiating factors you can possess. And that is the opportunity, the absolute opportunity to differentiate yourself by making it easy for someone to give you feedback. It doesn't mean you're always going to be in agreement. Go get it before they have to give it to you. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagan and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.